Hello once again, and today I'm going to be talking about what do I prefer, physical media or digital downloads, or it could be streaming services. Now this depends on the source itself, like what it is, like what is the genre. Is it music, movies or television, classic or new, gaming, or even reading, anything you read, like books, that could be a digital format as well. Now I don't do a lot of reading, so I'm not going to be talking about reading anyway, because I don't, as I say, I only read when I need to read. I don't read books or things like that, but I do listen to a lot of music. I do watch a lot of films. Well, not recently. I've got to watch a lot of films. I've got a shitload of films to watch, like the old classic television programs. I don't watch a lot. I don't watch hardly any new stuff because it's just crap on what's on telly nowadays. Games. I don't tend to play modern games. No way as much. Well, hardly at all, to be honest with you. So gaming is not a thing really. I play the old retro games, but now this comes down to emulation or real hardware. I've talked about this years ago. So if you've got emulation, all these ROMs are going to be digital download. So all these emulators, all on one computer, all these ROMs are on one computer, so it's easy to access. So to me, I'm not going to talk about, because I've already talked about real hardware and emulators, so I'm not going to talk about that. I'll just keep it to the media, or the mediums, or whatever it's called. Now let's talk about music first. I listen to a lot of music, and I've never owned a vinyl record in my life. I know it's coming back. It's a big collector's market at the moment, but me, I was never interested in vinyl music. Never. And that's a media that goes back over 100 years, I think. But obviously we're talking about the more modern music, like from the 60s. I don't know. Everyone's different. What their different taste in music is. But when it comes down to music, for me, I prefer it all in one place, which is once again my computer. It's all on my hard drive, and reason why, it's just so easy to access. Now I'm someone that likes to listen to lots and lots of different music. And instead of putting fucking CDs in all the time, I want to listen to that track, put the CD in, I can't be fucked with all that. Well, at least it's all on my computer. I can access exactly what I've got and what I want. So, easy. Just easy for me to listen to music digitally. But back in the day, like back in the 80s, I didn't really listen to a lot of music in the 80s, to be honest with you. It wasn't until the 90s I started getting into music more. And a lot of my music was on cassette. Cassette was a great thing. I used cassettes to load up games back in the 80s and the 90s for my 8-bit systems. Cassettes was a great thing. So a lot of my music was on cassette. I did have a few CDs. Obviously the quality of the CD was a hell of a lot better. So when it comes down to music, I prefer it digitally because it's all in one place. It doesn't take a lot of room on your hard drive because it's all MP3, and I can access whatever I've got which is available to me, and it's so much easier. So there's music covered. So, and don't take no notice of people, all these audiophiles, you should be listening to physical media, and that's bullshit. You listen to whatever you feel like it. Time goes on, technology changes. That's the way I see it. Now let's get on to movies. Let's talk about movies first. I could include television programs, sitcoms, like that. Now, I prefer physical media when it comes down to movies, because it's just nice to have a collection of films, you know. It's just nice to have a collection. Now, obviously, if you've got if you've got digital downloads, you know, that could take up a lot of room, because obviously video files are a lot bigger than MP3s. And especially if you download a lot of HD, you know, that's going to take up a lot of room on your hard drive. I know you can stream it, but streaming doesn't interest me. Don't give a fuck about streaming. You know, what I've got in my collection, what I've actually bought from Amazon or shops, is exactly what I want. You know, all the films that I want, but I bought them on Blu-ray. You know, yes, there's 4K. I don't give two shits about 4K. I haven't made the leap to 4K yet, because it's just so fucking expensive. So why the fuck should I have to go out and buy a 4K telly? Then I've got to buy a 4K player and buy 4Ks, which are about 24 quid. You know, from one disc I can get a Blu-ray for, you look on Amazon, you can pick them up quite at a good price. And I don't give a fuck about, oh, you get twice the quality. I don't give two shits. As long as I can fucking watch it. I'm not one of these people that has to have a fucking surround or whatever it's called, Dolby Atmos, or these fucking 11 speakers around. No, I don't give two fucks about the speakers. As long as I can fucking hear it from two speakers in my telly, I am perfectly happy with that. I don't care about all this surround sound and all that old bollocks. Really don't give two shits. Oh, you can experience all the sound. No, I don't give a fuck. As long as I can hear it from my telly, that's all I care about. You know, I think maybe because I'm pretty much old school there, you know, I'll go back to like videotapes, like back in the 80s. Now, there was three formats I know of in the UK. There might have been others in other countries, I don't know. We had Betamax, which we had originally before we got VHS. Obviously VHS, and V2000. Does anyone remember the V2000? I think we had those in our school. V2000. I think the tapes were sort of squarish. Yeah, fucking hell. V2000. That lasted less than Betamax. Yeah, Betamax. Now, I remember the days we used to record off the television. You know, but we didn't have Sky or nothing like that back then. So we had to wait till it comes on ITV. Oh, films are free on ITV. Yeah, and they were fucking cut, and you got the adverts. And me being the remote control, because our video recorder back then didn't have a remote, because it's the early 80s, I was the remote control. So I had to pause the tape when it was recording to pause out the adverts. Oh, they were the days. They were the days, pausing the adverts out. Yeah, they were good old days, they were. VHS to me, or Betamax, you know, video cassettes, they were great for their day. Don't get me wrong, they were great for their day. Would I go back to video cassettes? No. No way, you know, because the quality's changed, and I don't do no recording these days, because it's all on Blu-ray or something like that. Don't need to anymore. So, nah. And you only got 4x3, you know, those days of 4x3. Remember 4x3? I think I still record my games in 4x3. So, yeah, I still remember 4x3. Yeah, they were the days. Yeah, a lot. I've done a video yesterday when I was talking about what was the greatest era for movies. Yeah, but you know what we had to do back in the 80s was great. You know, VHS. There was Laserdisc. We didn't have Laserdisc, but I did find a Laserdisc player once. So I didn't know what it was. I went to my dad, Dad, what's this? What's this? Oh, it's a Laserdisc player. We took it home. I remember that. It didn't work. But I remember the discs. They're fucking LP sized. Fucking hell. Did anyone else have a Laserdisc? Fucking hell. I don't know what... I think the quality was slightly better than VHS. Obviously nothing like DVD. It was probably the DVD for the 70s and 80s. Yeah, so... Television, the same, you know, old classic televisions, all on DVD. I've got a couple of the later Red Dwarfs on Blu-ray, but majority of my television sitcoms or television shows, classic stuff, are all on DVD. You know, I've got my box sets, and yeah, that's quite a nice collection I've got there. Would I want to stream them? No, because they'd probably be edited, and I don't want that. I like having the physical. I can watch them whenever I want. Yeah, it's good to have a collection of the classics. So I'm glad to have that on physical media. You know, my movies, my classic movies, or pretty much I'll try and get on Blu-ray the classic movies that I liked back in the day. As I even said on yesterday's video, a lot of these newer movies are just shit. That's why I get them cheap from a charity shop, because no fucker wants them. They're crap. So I'll get them for £1 or 50p. Suits me. Who knows? I'll take a punt. You know, it builds up the collection. If they're good, they're good. If they're not, they're not. Oh well. So yeah, movies, television stuff, I prefer to have those on physical media. What else? I've covered music, covered films and television. As I say, gaming, I don't play much modern gaming, so, and I don't know if you can buy modern game. Can you still get physical copies of modern games, or is it all digital downloads? To me, I don't know about this one. I don't know, because just say you buy a game and it's a physical copy. What's the first thing you got to do when you install it? Update it. So that would be a waste of time buying a physical copy, I think. I think you might as well just get a digital download, I suppose. So at least you download the latest version of the game, I guess. I suppose that comes down to software, but this is the problem. And you got patches. That's why I don't like modern games. And you got patches, fucking DLCs. Oh, it's just, I can't be fucking bothered. And they cost a lot of money for modern games. You know, I just think, nah, it's all right, mate. I don't want to know about modern games. You know, really not interested anymore. Well, at least with the classics, you didn't have none of that shit. You know, you either got it on cassette or floppy disk. Or in my case, it was floppy. No, it was cassette on my 8-bits when I got my Amiga. Then it was floppy disk. When I got my PC, then it was CD-ROM, then DVD-ROM. Yeah. So I think for the more classic stuff, it'll probably be, you know, like gaming-wise, it'll probably be. I don't know. As I said, I don't own any games anymore. I had a couple of old PC games. That's about it. But no, I used to have a load of PC games. Not as many I had for my Amiga or 8-bits, but I did have a load of PC games when I first got my PC, like late 90s, early 2000s. I didn't really play much games, but I did have games. Yeah. A few DOS games. I had a load of compilation packs that I like buying, because I always like buying compilation computer games, you know, getting a lot more for your money, you know. So there's something about physical media, you know. But as I said before, I don't like these fucking people that say, oh, you're not a purist movie watcher or music lover if you don't listen to it on physical media, which I find bollocks. As I said, it doesn't matter if you listen to it on digital download or physical media. Same with movies, doesn't matter. It's just moving with the times, basically, and it's convenience. You know, if you ain't got a lot of shelf space or a lot of space, so digital media or digital downloads is probably your thing. But if you've got a bit of space, physical media, as I said, movies is physical media. When it comes to music, it's digital downloads. I like my hard drive. I can pick whatever I want. That's just me. I don't read books, so I couldn't give a fuck about books, to be honest with you. So I'll hand it over to you. What do you think? Do you prefer digital downloads, or do you prefer physical media? As I said, music, as it's all on one hard drive, so to me it's digital, and movies is physical, physical media. So there's half and half there with me. But there you go. What do you think? Anyway, going to end this now. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.